Hey, sippers!
Hello, little sippers.
Hello. Are you ready to do some painting?
Yes, I am. If you are, we're ready for our Sippers
ready.
Challenge. Let's introduce ourselves. My name is Elliot Naughty. You have to call me Naughty around here.
And I'm NorteyPitcher.
And they call us NorteyPitcher of Art Sippers. So we're going to here take you from zero to Picasso in about 90 minutes.
And we've got a good artwork today. Do you want to have a little look?
Yes, we do. What have we got, Pitcher? Piggy Painting. Simple. We keep it simple. We got Piggy. It's a painting. Piggy Painting.
It's the Piggy Painting. This is what we are going to be painting today.
That's cute.
So that is the art side of Art Sippers. Should we tell you about the sipping side of Art Sippers?
There's a second part to Art Sippers, and it's a lovely belly the bell. And every time we press belly, you lovely sippers at home need to have a cheeky sip of your sip. This will be inside your creative gift box. So go and grab that right now. Grab your creative gift box, dig inside. It looks like this. It looks like this. It looks like this. Grab your creative gift box and get your cheeky sips from in the box. There you go. You can open that for us.
Oh, thank you very much. So should we have a little test?
I think we should. The bell goes, you have a sip. These are the rules. And hopefully this gives you time to pause and reflect and not take yourself so seriously. That's why we wear the blue berets. We don't take anything seriously around here.
We have some fun.
Exactly that.
All right, so now we told you a little bit about what we're painting. Let's go through some of the tools.
Yes, what tools do we need to do to paint this masterpiece, Pitcher?
Okay, so we've got a pencil to start with. So this pencil, we are going to sketch this out today. So it's not a paint my numbers. We're going to sketch this out. So grab your pencil, maybe a rubber, rub it out. 3 brushes. So if you have a look inside your experience box, you will find a pack of brushes like this. We need the biggest one, which is number 10, the big brush. I've got a similar one here. So big brush, number 10. This is for larger areas of the canvas, like the background, maybe big parts of the pig too. So your big brush. Medium brush. Now you have 2 medium brushes in your little pack. You have got a 6 and a 4. We're going to use the 6. This is the flat shader, so it's got a flat edge. The other one has a rounded edge. We are using the flat edge today. So grab your flat shader and a small round. You also have that in your pack too. That's a small round. This is for details, little details, especially things like the little fluffy hair bits, maybe the eyelashes, maybe a couple of little highlights or the stem of this daisy here. So the small brush, detail brush. So big, medium, and small. Look at that to the side. Paper towel. If you have a look inside your box, you will find a paper towel. This is to wash or get off any excess paint from your paintbrush. So if you've got a little bit of paint left on after giving it a little wash in the water, that's going to help that paper towel. Talking of water, tap water. This did not come inside the box, did it, Naughty?
We could not put the water inside your box because it will spill everywhere. But disclaimer, little sippers, because we're going to be doing a lot of sipping, please make sure you don't accidentally sip on your paint juice.
It happens.
None of that. It tastes horrible. You want to have your lovely sip and sip on that, and then put that away. Put them in a place that you don't accidentally do it, because it might happen.
Put them on opposite sides of the table, maybe, or get into a little habit, hopefully.
That's a good idea. Good idea, Pitcher.
Then we have some acrylic paint.
What colours do we have?
So we've got lots of different colours today. If you open up your box and start squeezing them out on your palette, we have loads of different colours. I've got white. Now, acrylic paint, you have to be careful if you get it on your clothes. So make sure you protect your clothing today. Or grab some baby wipes. Baby wipes always help. So white. Yellow. Now in your box you'll have 2 yellows. We're looking for lemon yellow, not the mustard coloured yellow. We're looking for yellow, lemon yellow.
Lemon yellow.
So there's yellow ochre and lemon yellow. We're going lemon yellow. Orange. Nice little cadmium orange there. Now I did squeeze the magenta crimson red with a tiny touch of pink. If you don't have pink, it's fine. The crimson red will be fine to create that lovely pink colour. Blue. We have phthalo blue, which is actually spelt with a P, P-T-H. But we're going for phthalo blue. And I did squeeze a little bit of viridian there, which is like a greeny blue. Viridian. So phthalo blue and viridian blue. A little tiny touch of green. You can make your own green if you want, using yellow and blue. But if you want to just squeeze a touch of green, that can be for the stem of the daisy. Don't need much though. Brown, and that's a burnt umber if you're looking for it, and then black. And that is all of our paints for today. Okay, Naughty, have a little sip, have a little sip.
Have a cheeky sip. Yeah,
a little
so
warm up.
throughout this lovely painting experience, I'm going to be telling you some dad jokes because I want you to use your creative side of your brain, the right side. I'm going to give you a little tester. Why are pigs the colour pink? Why are pigs the colour
Is this a dad joke?
pink? Yes, it is, Pitcher. It's a dad joke. Do you know what it is? It's because of the pigment. The pigment. Yes, that's the level of dad jokes I'm going to be saying throughout the show. And I want you to guess along at home to get creative with us. Do you like that? Do you like that? Oh, I'm very proud of that dad joke. So I want you to all just relax, have some fun at home, shout out before I give you the answer, and hopefully it relaxes you to create an even better masterpiece. And we do want you to share your work with us too. So share your work with us. At the end of the show, we want everyone to share their work with us. We'll pop in the link later, and we will even give away one of our cheeky little berets at the end. If someone shares their work, and we'll choose a winner at the end of the month. But before we start, I want you all to feel relaxed and ready to create a masterpiece. So I want you to all do this with me. Raise your hands in front of you. I want you to play the piano. Twinkle these fingers, because we're going to be using these to create a masterpiece. And these need to be really loosey-goosey and relaxed. And as you've got those twinkling in front of you, I want you to start raising them higher to the sky. And we're going to do a nice big stretch. Oh, that feels good in the morning. Breathe it in and shake it out. Shake out all that tension in the shoulders, and let's get all that loosey-goosey. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Get those twinkle fingers. There we go. As you get loose, raise them higher. Raise them as high as you can, right to the sky. Breathe it in and shake it all out. There we go. And now you feel loosey-goosey. I think you're ready to create a masterpiece.
Yes.
So here is the bell. You ready? Shall I do it?
Sip, sip.
Boom. Let's create this piggy painting.
Okay, let's have a little look at the piggy painting. We are going to sketch this out now. So let's have a little cheeky look. We've got this big snout right here. We're going to start with that shape, and it's right in the middle of the canvas. You can find it right in the middle of the canvas. And it's kind of like a soft heart shape. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, that is a little
Upside
cheeky
down.
upside down heart.
Kind of, but with a soft edge, not sharp edge. Kind of soft edge, no sharp V's. It's kind of like a soft heart shape. We're going to do that big shape there in the middle, and you can turn the canvas around when we do that. And then we'll start sketching out the rest of the face and ears. Okay, so grab your pencil. We're going to find the middle of the canvas.
Let's do it.
If you want to, you can turn it upside down so you can get that kind of heart shape. Do that big. Remember, we're doing soft here. No V at the bottom here. You want that soft kind of heart shape. And now I'm doing it quite strong in pencil, so you can see, but you can do it quite soft in pencil if you want.
Did you know that pigs snuggle close to one another and sleep nose to nose
Aww,
with their nearest and dearest?
I didn't
so this
know
is
that.
how they're going to sleep, with that nose, close to their loved ones.
We can turn it back round the other way. That's cute, nose to nose. We should try them.
I think we shouldn't. I need to sleep.
Okay, that's our big nose. We can do the nostrils, which are kind of like little oblongy shapes here and here. About the same size though. Make sure they try and get them the same size. They're kind of like little circles. I made them a bit flatter at the bottom. That's our nostrils. Next, we can do these eyes.
I spy.
So we've done our big snout. Now we can do our eyes. So our eyes, if you have a look where our snout is, where it finishes, kind of starts just at the top here, it kind of starts in line with our little snout there, doesn't it? We have 2 circles and then we do a little V in the corner. So we can do a big circle like that, and then we'll do a little kind of pointy V that comes out to the side. So
Little
big
teardrop.
circle. Yeah.
Teardrop shape.
Little teardrop shape. So you want to come up here a little bit, and then we're going to do a big circle maybe here. That is going to be one of our eyes. And we can do another one here, maybe about here.
And as you're doing the eyes, did you know that pigs have poor eyesight, but they have a great sense of smell?
Poor eyesight. Like me. I don't have great eyesight. Need glasses.
Yeah, I've got extra eyes.
You've
Got
got
my
glasses.
glasses on.
Glasses are cool.
I think so.
Okay, so now can you see we've got our 2 circles? We need to do that little V shape. Remember we said about that little V shape in the corner at the bottom? We're going to do that little teardroppy V shape just at the bottom here. So both have this little V. And that goes around like that. 1 V. And then this one points at the nose there a little bit too. 2 Vs. It looks a bit weird until we paint them kind of dark later.
That's so true. But that's why we have one rule at Art Sippers. We don't actually tell them our one rule.
We do have one rule at Art Sippers. What's our one
that?
rule?
I would like to tell you this one rule because it's very important.
Go
It's
on.
called no judgment.
No judgment.
And that's on yourself and others around you, because when you're creating, it can be quite a vulnerable experience. And especially if you haven't got to the end yet, people might be like, what's that? And you might even be like, what's this? So don't judge yourself during this process, because it doesn't look like a little piggy painting just yet. But at the end, we promise it will get there.
Yeah, don't laugh at anyone else's work. Can kind of put them off forever.
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever. Okay, so we did our little V's. We can do the top of the head now. So we go a little bit above the eyes and we're going to do this line here for the top of the head. So it's a little bit curved. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, a little bit of a dome shape.
A little bit of a dome shape. So come up a little bit above the eyes and we're just going to do this dome shape here. For the top of the head. So can you see it just finishes just above the eyes there? I think I went a bit flat this side, but that's okay. Then we're going to go round the eyes like this, a little bit more of a curve, coming just underneath the eyes like this. Okay. Kind of coming round the eyes, a bit curved like that. So now we've got this big C shape. Can you see it's big letter C?
Oh yeah. If you're struggling to get that C shape, do you know what they need to do, Pitcher? Have a cheeky little sip. It does help. It really does help. Just to relax. Relax yourself. Get that big C.
Now we're going to do this big U shape that goes all the way under the nose and back up. Big U. So from that line there, we're going to go down and around. So we're going to go all the way from here to here with a big U shape like this. U.
Like you have to say it as well.
U. U.
So we did the big C, and now it's the big U. I see you. And we've kind of got that outline of the
I think nearly there.
pig's face there.
You can do a couple of little lines on the nose. This is
They're the nose wrinkles.
nose wrinkles, yeah. We'll paint them in later. We've also got these little eyelids and kind of eye bags around their eyes. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can do that. So we do this little line above the eye. Like that. Like a little eyebrow, it looks like now. Do one over here too.
Oh yeah, it does.
Do the eye bags. These are just like little wrinkles around the eyes. Or a line underneath.
Oh, bless him. He looks a bit tired, doesn't he? Our little piggy painting.
It does.
Because he's been sleeping nose to nose, not getting any sleep.
We can do the ears now. So we've got Piggy no ears right now. So we need to do the ears. Let's have a look at the ears. The ears, they go up like that. And then they go out towards the corner of the canvas. So they go up towards the top and then out towards the corner. So this is the corner here, this is the top. So the first line goes up towards the top, not straight up, a little bit diagonally up. So a little bit diagonally up, and then it goes all the way to the corner, not all the way, but it goes that direction, doesn't it? You see that? Up, and then directly towards the corner.
So it's like an up and a corner,
up,
little action.
And then all the way to this corner.
That makes sense. Do you think it's time for the first dad joke?
I think it is.
I think let's do it. Okay, this is a nice and easy one. Let's see if you guys can get this.
Come on,
So
let's hear it.
What did the pig say at the beach? You might see a pig at the beach, and this is what they would say. I've never seen a pig at the beach, but you might have. And if you saw a pig at the beach, what would it say? If you know the answer, shout it out before I give you the answer. Shout it out.
So you might be watching this live, or you might be watching this back another time. Either way, you can still shout it out and get involved at home.
Exactly that.
All right, so we're going to do this little line going up towards the top and then out towards the corner. Let's start maybe just above the eye. So here's the eye. Maybe we can start just above the eye. And we're going to start by going out like that. And then remember, we've got to do the one that goes all the way to the corner. Okay, it doesn't need to be that sharp, so you can soften it a bit. Out and to the corner. And this side too, we go above the eye. We can go out a little bit and then all the way to the corner. Again, that doesn't need to be that sharp. You can curve it round a bit. Looks like he's got horns now.
It does. You're like, what's going on? Oh, he's got wings. They say
little wings.
If pigs can fly.
Yeah.
There is a famous pig that did fly.
What's that? I don't know.
That wasn't. It's magic.
Okay, and then we need to do the bit that goes down and to the face. So this big bit. So we can go all the way from this point, all the way down and to the face. From down here, we can go down like that and then to the face. Same over this side, we can go down and then to the face. So this comes underneath where we come in here. Remember when we did that C? Kind of comes to the U bit there.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And then this one. Figures.
Maybe you could take off with those ears. They are quite large.
Massive. Good wings. Now, I do like to do this bit here. See this bit here that comes in from the head? This is the top part of the ear. So I actually like to go from the head here and go, kind of do that same thing that we did earlier when we go up and out. Just do it there. And you've got this little space here. And you can actually rub out this bit. And that is where the ear touches there. Can you see that's just seamless there? So we don't want that line there. So come in a little bit and then go up and out. Just follow that same line, and you can rub out that line there.
So I throw this to the little sippers.
Yeah.
The question was, what do you call a pig at the beach? What do you call a pig at the beach? What would you call it? What would it say? It would say, I'm bacon. I'm bacon. Yes, they would say that. Do you know why? Because pigs actually, they don't sweat. They actually don't sweat, and pale pigs risk sunburn. Did you know? So this is why they roll in the mud to keep themselves cool and protected from that sun.
I didn't know that.
So they don't get bacon.
So that's like a pun on baking. I'm baking hot. I'm bacon.
I'm bacon hot.
Let's do the same over this side. We're going to follow that line up and then out. Up and out, leaving this little bit of a part of the ear there. And you can rub that line there too. So it's attached more seamlessly. Did do another little part of the ear, but you don't need to do that. We can paint that in. You can sketch it if you want. Just folds in the ear, maybe little bones there. Okay, not much more to do. Let's do the rest of the pig's body, which kind of comes out my head here and goes down. So you want to come from about here, underneath the ear a little bit, and then come down. Oh, a bit wobbly there.
Got a wobbly little piggy.
And this side too, about the same place. Go down. Feel like that went a bit out. Get down, straight a bit more. Right, it's good to have a little rubber.
Very important to have a little rubber because we might sometimes have happy little accidents, as a famous Bob Ross used to say.
There we go. The rest of the body, come down either side. Just two lines that go from the head down to the body, bottom of the canvas.
Oh my goodness, it's really coming together.
Getting there. We could do the daisy. You could do something different maybe if you wanted. Different flower. I'm going to do a little daisy here. So you've got the stem coming through where the snout is. And then the big flower head there. So you can do the stem first if you want. So we've got it coming through here. So maybe it's like a line. We do one line. Pretend it goes all the way through and comes out the other side. Okay. That's the first line. Now it's not completely thin like that. It's a bit thicker, so we might need to thicken this line out a little bit. Thicken this line out. We can go down and then just mimic that same curve over again. I'll do like that. Now, of course, it goes through the head of the pig, so you could rub out that line of the face and that one there. Then that little stem is on top. This is a time where you can do the little flower, do the middle of the flower, and do all the petals.
This is a nice little touch. I do like that. It looks very innocent and cheeky, this little piggy. Remember, you're going to have to name your piggy. We've just called us Piggy Painting.
Piggy Painting.
What are you going to call yours? Yeah, we haven't been very, very imaginative with that one. I think you guys can be even more imaginative and give your piggy a name.
Babe.
Oh, that's good.
You can rub out the lines as well, where you can see the body of the piggy on the flower. We'll paint it anyway.
Saying that, has anyone actually seen the movie Babe?
Oh.
So that was a 1995 movie. So it was a long time ago. It was about a pig that herds sheep.
I love it. I haven't
One of my
watched it for a
favourites.
long time.
One of my favourites. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. Makes you realise how intelligent and sensitive pigs are.
Yeah, that's true. And we've also got these little eyelashes that go down on the eyes, down and out on the eyes, down here. You can draw a couple of them in if you want. We'll paint them in properly later. And that is the sketch. Oh, actually, let's do a little smile. You can do a little smile.
Oh, I like that. Give me a little cheeky grin.
If you want to give them a cheeky grin. Kind of goes behind here. Do a little smile coming up here. Colour this little bit in underneath the nose. And then you can just do a little cheeky smile up here. Yee. Just around. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go.
I'm liking this.
Oh!
Have a cheeky sip. Have a cheeky sip. And while you're having that cheeky sip, let's see if I can turn it up with a little bit of a more difficult there, Joe.
Okay.
We're going to talk about theatre now. We're going to talk about the theatre. So, what would a pig's favourite Shakespeare play be? If they could pick any of Shakespeare's play, which one would be their favourite? And think, this is a pun. So think Shakespeare, think pig puns, and you'll get the answer. I think you'll get this one.
Oh, this is a hard one. I don't need my pencil anymore, so I'm going to put it to the side. And I'm going to start by painting the background. I'm going to do this kind of blue background. But you can see this, you can see the brush strokes. Can you see all the texture here? The brush strokes that you can, different colour blues, some whites. We're going to get a little bit of texture and depth in this painting by doing a kind of mixture of blues. So we've got a little bit of a lighter blue, some whites, and some kind of medium blue. So we're going to paint that all the way up to the pig's body, around the flower. And we're going to paint that a nice blue. We're going to do that with our big brush.
The biggest brush. Let's do this.
Big brush. Make sure you get it slightly wet to start. So dip it in your water. Tap it off. You can even tap it on your paper towel.
I don't know. Tap the little drum beat there.
And we're going to take some of this white to the side. Like that. And we're going to mix a tiny touch of our blue in there. So we want this to be quite light. So don't put too much blue in. We get some blue in there. There we go. Just our phthalo blue, the dark blue. We've got nice kind of pastel-y blue. Now I do like it to have a kind of turquoisey green tint. So what I do like to dip in is that viridian green. And mix that in a little bit and it'll give it a little bit more of a turquoise colour. Can you see that? You might not notice it too much on the camera, but it's given it a little bit of a greeny blue look, which is nice for that sky colour. Of course, instead you can add a tiny touch of yellow if you wanted. That'll make it a bit greeny blue. I'm happy with the viridian. Okay, and when you have done that, we are going to paint that background.
It's time to get painting. Let's do it.
Paint that all the way up to ears with our big brush and go all the way around using the corner there. So use the corner of the brush, go around.
We're doing that really steady.
Up to the, all the way up to the pig's body. You can go over the pencil mark a little bit. Once you've gone all the way around the ears here, you can then just fill in this area.
Nice. Block it in. Block in that lovely colour.
Yep.
Oh, it's quite therapeutic to get that big brush all the way around that canvas. And a little sippy tip here. Remember to paint the side just like that. As Pitcher's doing now. Paint the sides of your canvas because you will kick yourself if you don't do it. You'll be like, why didn't I paint this lovely masterpiece all the way around? So if you've got that nice blue that you created, just paint all the sides. That's the top, that's the bottom, and that's everywhere.
And once you've painted that with that little bit area, this little area this side, with that thick paint, you can add some of the blues just as they are to get that kind of texture. So I'll show you. We just paint the rest of this. Now, while it's still wet,
okay,
what you can do is you can go in with a very small touch of this blue here on your brush, like that.
is that the phthalo?
Yeah, the phthalo blue, the dark blue, and you can paint in some of that blue. So now you're getting different colours. Can you see that? You're getting some different blues in there.
Gives it a bit of texture.
If you want to, you don't have to do that. But yeah, you can just paint that in and it gives you different colours. So you've got some dark blues in there, and you've got some that light blue.
Oh, I like this. But creativity thirsty works. I think we need to have a little sip. This is a lot going on. Let's have a cheeky sip.
And you can do the same with white. Touch of white in there. So now you've got loads of different colour blues. You've got that blue that we made, that turquoise blue, that dark blue, and then some white.
Talking about sips, did you know that little piggies can drink up to 14 gallons of water every day?
14 gallons.
That's a lot of water.
Not a lot.
I didn't even know this, but they have 44 teeth and 15,000 taste buds.
Oh.
Do you know how much humans have?
How many?
We only have 9,000. They've got more taste buds than us.
Wow, they can taste everything.
Everything.
They pretty much eat anything, don't they?
That's a very, very good point. They do.
They must like everything.
Maybe that's why they eat everything. They love it. They can taste all the flavours.
They can taste things we can't even taste.
That makes sense.
Okay, so I'm filling the rest with that main colour that we made. Remember that colour that we made? Take some white to the side, mix some of that blue in, and then tiny bit of that viridian colour, that greeny blue. That is the colour we're painting that whole background. Okay,
That's a nice
get
colour.
a bit of water on your brush as well if you need to.
And this is with a big brush to be on a large application all over this canvas.
Yeah. Go all the way around the head, go around the ear.
So you can see pictures just pressing into those corners so you can get that around the ear. And those delicate details. If you go over the ear, don't you worry, you can always save that later when we colour in the pink of that lovely pig.
So I'm doing the top part of the canvas now.
Paint all those sides.
And then you go in again with a little touch of blue on your brush.
While it's still wet.
While it's still wet. Paint it in different directions.
Little back and forth motion. It's almost like a marble effect.
Yeah, it blends in. And then you can go in with the white as well and do a bit of white in there. This is just going to give us a little bit of texture in that sky. So it doesn't just look plain.
I do like that. It's a nice effect.
Looks like a lot's going on. Looks like a blurred kind of background.
Nice little spring day. Well, just reminded me, I did ask the question. Let's see if you've got the answer, little sippers. So the question was, what is a pig's favourite Shakespeare play? A pig's favourite Shakespeare play. What was I looking for? Did you get the pun? I was looking for Hamlet. Hamlet. Did you get it? Well done if you did.
That's good.
Well done if you did.
Last bit now. Around this side. Go around the ear. On the side of the canvas. This bit's a little bit harder because we've got the flower. Now the flower makes it a tiny bit harder. I'm looking at my ears and I feel like this one's a little bit smaller or bigger. So I'm going to make it the same size as that one there. There you go, a bit better.
Give them a big area.
Is that better? Okay. Get a bit of water on my brush. Make that paint go a little bit smoother, especially around the flower petals. You can move to a medium brush if you need to for this bit. If it's too fiddly, we've got to go in and out and in and out. In and out. So yeah, you can move to a different brush if you need to. See if you can test yourself and do it with the big brush. You just use the corners. Corner, oh, and then you go around. And it's okay if you go over the flower a little bit, because we can paint over it later.
100%. Has anyone got any pigs? Some people do have pigs as pets.
Yeah.
People do say they are among the smartest of all domesticated animals.
Oh.
And that's because they're curious and they're sensitive. And studies have shown that they are actually smarter than young children of around 3 years old.
Wow.
And they're smarter than dogs and even some other primates. So they are smart little creatures.
I'd like to have a pig as a pet.
I would. But not if they get too big. They do get insanely big.
You do need a lot of space.
A lot of space. Like piglets weigh, when they're born, around 2.5 pounds. So that's about 1.1 kilograms at birth. But they usually double their weight in 1 week.
Wow.
And fully grown pigs, do you know what else they can grow between?
Nope.
300 and 700 pounds. So that's in kilograms, 140 to 300 kilograms. Just to put them in perspective, I weigh about 105 kilograms. They go up to 300.
That's 3 of you.
3 of me. Imagine that in your house, just chilling out. I think that's going to take up some room. That's going to take up some room.
Put some of that blue in there. Oh, I've got a lot of that blue that time.
It's a nice blue here.
And maybe some of that white too. You can even go in with some green if you wanted to. Woo.
Well, that's a nice touch, because it is a nice kind of scenic scene. So you might have some grass in the background floating about.
You never know.
Could be a nice little field. You never know.
A bit of green in there. That's the Viridian green, one we've been using, not the dark green. Viridian.
As you're adding this lovely bit of green, I'm going to tell you a really bad dad joke, but I like this one. It makes me happy.
Go on.
Very simple. What do you get when you cross a pig and a centipede?
Ooh.
A pig and a centipede.
Pig and a centipede.
I'm not even going to leave you hanging with this one.
Go on.
Bacon and legs. Bacon and legs. Oh, yes. Come on. Breakfast time.
That's good.
Did anyone get that before I told you? If you did, well done you, because that was a quick one.
Okay, I'm washing my big brush now. We are going to go to our medium brush next. So give that a good wash. And we can go to our medium brush. Again, we want to make sure that this brush is wet. So dip it in the water.
Extra dips, and yeah, put the excess on that paper towel you've got there.
Hopefully you've painted your background now. Maybe you painted it a long time ago. Maybe you sped for it really quickly. But we're going to move on to the body now. Let's have a little look at the pig. So we've got a couple of different shades of pink. We've got dark pink. So the dark pink is in the ears here. See some of the folds, maybe even around the eyes and the snout there, the nose, and underneath the chin. So you've got shadows here. This is where the light is hitting the pig, and it's a little bit darker. So in the ear, the light's not hitting the pig so much. So that's why it's darker. Darker underneath the nose a little bit here, especially underneath the head. The head is given a bit of a shadow to that neck area. So we are going to mix this dark pink colour. We're going to paint in these little areas, and then we can start layering different colours. Okay, so we're going with our medium brush. Let's make that dark pink. So how do we make pink?
Ooh, you're testing them now.
So pink is made using white and red.
Oh.
And that, I'll show you, makes you a little pink. So you can see it coming together as a little pink.
That's simple.
Add more, and it starts going a darker pink. Like that. But we're making quite a dark pink, so we're going pretty dark with it. We're going to add a little bit more red. So take some white to the side, add some red. If you have got like a pink like that, you can use a pink too, like a rose pink. You can use your magenta or your crimson red. And keep adding some red until it goes quite dark pink. It's getting there. Bit more red. This is going to do the shadow areas of the pigs. And now there you go. That's quite a dark pink. Now I do like to make it even darker, but if I keep adding red, sometimes it just looks red. So I'm actually just going to add a tiny touch of brown, not too much.
Ooh.
And that's going to make it darker. So it's going to be a bit more of a muddy pink. It's going to make it darker.
You know what gives it? A nice pigment.
Very good pigment. A bit more. Okay, so that was white with red and a tiny touch of brown. And this is going to be the darker shade of our pig. So take your painting. We're going to paint this bit. So make sure that if you need to, wash your brush.
Yeah, get that excess off.
It's all a bit thick on there, and then dip it in. We're going to go inside the ear. That's where it was dark, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you've not got much sun in there. It's hiding away.
In there. Maybe a little bit round the ear too. So paint that in there. Maybe that little bit of pencil line there too. Inside the ear. So that was dark in here. So paint that in there.
Yeah, you don't have to get rid of that pencil line because it does make it a little bit darker, which is nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Like that. Remember, it was dark round the ear, down that line there, and around the eyes. So we can do that area too. Inside the ear. Up here. Round the head a little bit down this side.
So now I'm thinking of some famous pigs or piglets. Who's the most famous pig or piglet? Actually, I think there's one.
Oh.
I think there's one. Let me see if you guys know this one. What is the name of Kermit the Frog's girlfriend? I think that's one of the most famous pigs.
Oh, that is a good pig.
I think Babe is probably one of the famous ones, but I think this pig or piglet is up there too. So can you tell me, little siblings, what is the name of Kermit the Frog's girlfriend?
So just did the little bit of the line under and around the ear as well. Not at the top, just underneath. Yeah, I think that's good for that dark pink now.
I do like that colour.
Let's go underneath the chin. Remember we said it was darker underneath here. So we can do some of this dark colour underneath the chin.
And some people are thinking, who's Kermit the Frog? You know Kermit the Frog. It's from the television series The Muppet Show. Who saw the Muppets? If you haven't seen the Muppets, you won't know who this is.
It's an old TV show, but I think people still watch it now. A little bit there. Can you see that it's painted down into a little bit of a V though?
Yeah, it's got a bit of a V shape.
Yeah, so we'll paint it down into a little bit more of a V shape. So paint it down like this. Now this is supposed to look a bit like a painting. It's not supposed to look real. Supposed to see the brush strokes with this one, a bit like in the background here.
A nice painterly effect.
Yeah, it's called painterly. Exactly that.
I feel really smart now. Feel just like a pig.
And we can do some of the wrinkles on the nose.
Yeah, these really make it. I do like these little wrinkles.
Wrinkles.
Happy wrinkles with their snout.
And you can paint the bags under the eyes as well. Remember that one was
Our tired pig.
tired pig. And then the top bits around the eye here too, the eyelids. Paint over the pencil.
It does look a bit strange right now, and that's why we say do not judge it just yet.
No judgment. Put a bit maybe on the chin down here. Around the lips. And the mouth. Don't know if they have lips.
No, I'm not too sure. Do pigs have lips? But remember, have a cheeky sip. It's perfect time. It's perfect time for a cheeky sip. There we go.
It is. It's got the wrinkles, the eyes, a little bit maybe around the mouth. Might even want to put a little bit around the nose here on this pencil line.
Just darken up a little bit.
Darken that pencil line, yeah. Oh, we did our pencil. If it's too hard to do it in that brush, use your small brush.
Let's go down to the small one. It's got different tools, can be used for different parts of this piggy.
Yeah, go round that pencil. Go around the nostrils.
So as you're doing that snout, did you get the answer? The name of Kermit the Frog's girlfriend.
Tip tip.
I think you know this. You know this. Your sip's disappeared.
Here it is.
I thought I took it.
It's Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy. That's what I was looking for. Did you get that? Yes. Standout character from the Muppet Show.
Looks a bit funny without these eyes painted.
It does look a bit strange. It does, and that's why we're gonna go. We're gonna go through this roller coaster, and we're hopefully gonna get at the end to make a masterpiece we're happy with. But right now, we're in that middle stage of roller coaster. You're like, what's going on? Where's this going?
Now, I've just painted a little bit down here, but we'll paint over that in a minute. You can do a little bit on the head as well if you want. Just going up with that dot. The hair goes up and around these bits here. Oh. Now that's the first pink. That's the dark pink. We're going to get a bit lighter now. So we're going to wash these brushes. And we're going to go lighter now. How do we go lighter? We just put more white this time, not as much red.
So you're doing a wash, but I think there's a different type of wash that you could use, seeing as it's a pig.
What?
A hog wash. Hey!
Hog wash?
A hog wash.
A hog wash?
Hog is a term for pigs.
What's a hog wash?
So hog was slang for an old shilling.
Oh.
And to go the whole hog was to spend all your money at once.
Oh.
And that's why they call it like a hog roast. Hog.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you have to explain your jokes. They're not good, are they, little sippers?
Okay, right, let's do that next pink. We're not going to go really, really light, but quite light. So we can take, if you've got some of that, you can still use that and add it to white, but actually we'll make it again. So take some white to the side and add a little bit of red in there. Not too much this time. And we're going to go a little bit with the pink. There we go. So we're going for a medium pink now. A little bit more. So we don't want it as dark as this one, so you can mix it right next to it. We don't want it as dark as this one, but we want it kind of a medium shade. Not too pastel. Make enough because we're going to paint this over nearly the entire pig. A little bit more. So white and red. If you've got rose, you can put a bit of rose in there.
Oh, that'd be nice.
We're going to paint the pig in this colour, most of the pig in this colour. We can add some of that white afterwards for some of this detail. So let's paint most of this pig in this colour. So we're going around the face here. Now you want to kind of slightly paint where your dark shades are, but try not to overlap them too much. We can always go back in and add some of that dark colour. We're going to paint around the sides. Go around the little bags. Like that. Around the chin.
Lots of different pink hues on this one.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to paint that little smile in later.
Oh, happy little pig.
It disappears a bit. Now I might paint over a little bit of the detailing that we did here, but that's okay. It'll peep through a bit. Around the head.
So you're going to get into that zone right now. You're going to be painting and you won't be thinking of anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be in that art-gnosis, as we call it. It's like hypnosis, but for art. Art-gnosis. You can't think of anything else. You're in that zone. You're in that flow state. It's a great place to be.
Definitely. Calms you down. Get reflective and thinking of all different things.
This is where your imagination gets to really go there. So if you're in this state, this is where you can really connect with your own inner creativity. Don't think of anything else. Just think about the paintbrush and the canvas and just paint what comes naturally.
Well,
here's a little artifact. Did you know that in Denmark, there are twice as many pigs as people?
oh.
I'm going to throw this as an artifact to you, little sippers. How many pigs are there on Earth?
Oh my gosh.
Think of a number. Think of a number. It's a big number. How many pigs are there on Earth? Okay, I can confess right now, I haven't counted every single one, but it's a kind of rough guesstimate. How many pigs are there on Earth? I'll give you a little second to give me your answer. But it's quite a lot. Just saying, it's quite a lot.
Okay, so paint the rest of your pig. We're going to do these ears as well. Fill in all the white parts of the pig. And then we'll start overlapping with some darker again, and some lighter parts, some white bits.
So there's lots of layering on this one, isn't there?
Yeah, so you just want loads of different colours. Pink.
So did anyone guess correctly? It's a large, large number. So there are about, you ready for this one? There's about 2 billion pigs on Earth. That is a lot.
I was going to say millions, but
pigs. Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to be in
billions.
millions. It's in the billions. That's a lot. That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Seen as there's around 7 billion humans. That's a big number. It's a big, big number.
Nearly outdo us.
They're getting there. Planet of the Pigs.
Might take over one day, you never know.
You never know. Stranger things have happened. And seeing as they are really fast, they could chase us.
Be fast.
Very fast.
What?
People don't know how fast pigs are. Did you know that they can actually run a mile in 7 minutes? Yes. Pigs can run a mile in 7 minutes because they can run at a speed of up to 11.5 miles per hour. That's almost 20 kilometers. And they have a good sense of direction. So they can find their way and they could chase us around. So, yes, pigs one day could take over.
Wow.
Chase us out. Chase us out of the earth. You never know.
That's funny.
Yeah, has anyone been chased by a pig?
No.
It would be quite scary, seeing as they're like almost, how many pounds are they?
Yeah.
Like, triple my weight.
Triple your size.
So, yeah, it would be quite scary getting chased by a pig that's running at you at 11.5 miles per hour.
Take the rest of that pig. You can go to your big brush if you want at this point, because that is a lot to cover down here.
And as you're getting into that painterly zone, remember, our sippers have a cheeky
Sip, sip. Get a bit of water on your brush if you need to. Pick this bottom in that pink colour. Mine's running out a little bit. Make a little bit more up. Go around the flowers. Oh, this little bit here, a little bit harder to do with a big brush. Brush for this little corner bit there. Now, remember we did the dark colour. Now, if you've still got some of that dark colour left, remember our dark shade here?
Oh, yeah. Hopefully it's not dried.
We did a little bit of red in there with a bit of brown and white. That dark colour. Now, if you've still got some of that left, you can just go over a couple of these bits here in case you painted over any of it in that last step. Like I went over the nose wrinkles a little bit. You can just come back in with that colour again. Just darken up some of them areas. So if you did a little couple bits in the nose, maybe in the ear, underneath the neck.
So who likes a story?
I do.
I love a story. I do love a story. I love a fable. And I think one of the most famous ones is The Three Little Pigs. Who knows of The Three Little Pigs? It's one of my favorites. This is something that I think most of us have either read or been read to go to bed. And I'm going to throw this out as a little question to you little sippers. So the big bad wolf, he blows down some of these houses. So what are the three houses made of? Do you know what all the three houses were made of those little piggies' homes? You couldn't blow down the third one, but what were all three of them made of? Can you remember?
Oh, I forgot to paint the nose.
Get that
sure you
snout
get
back
that that pink colour, the medium pink colour. Paint that snout. We'll paint the eyes soon.
Yeah, give your piggy some vision. He needs to see where he's going.
Still using the medium brush, but you'll know whether it's too hard. If you get into a tricky area and you need to go to a smaller brush, you need to move to a different brush.
That's it. Use all your tools that we've got inside your box, different size brushes. And people always tell us as well, when do we eat our cheeky little treats inside?
Oh, yes.
You might have some candy kittens or a nice little chocolate bar. When can we eat them? Whenever you like, sippers. Whenever you like. Have a nibble.
Have a little look at our piggy.
Let's have a little look.
So we need to start getting some of these details in now. Some of these white bits, some of the fluff. So we're going to go in with some white and start doing some of these little lines with the small brush. You can do some of the big brushes here on the body as well. You can go with the small brush with some white and start doing some of these little hairs. So you can get your small brush, make sure you get it wet. And you want to go in with some white paint.
Let's do it.
So just have a look at the white paint. Take some of the white paint. That's it. You can even get a little bit of water in your paint to make it a bit runnier. And then we're going to go in and do some hairs. So I actually like to do a little couple of lines around the nose here for them wrinkles around the nose. A couple of little lines like that. Go around the eyes here too.
Oh, delicate little lines. Very, very faint. But these do make a big difference to your lovely artwork.
Go a little bit around the eyes, and the nose. And then we can start going up for the hair on the face. Up, click.
Really fine hairs. Do you know that people with allergies sometimes have pigs as pets because they have hair and not fur?
Oh. So people with allergies are allergic to fur and not hair.
And this is why pigs are sometimes perfect for them.
Oh, that's interesting. Didn't know that. Use your small brush, do all these little hairs, you go around the eyes. Flick, 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 flick. Oh, if the paint is a bit too thick, get a bit more water in it. Mine's a little bit thick, I should get more water in it.
When you dip, what have you got to do?
Sip, sip!
Have a cheeky sip. Come on. So I said about the three little pigs. There was a famous little line that they added in the 1886 edition. I think you will all know this one. It says, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in."
We need to do some hairs on that chin then.
Exactly that. But you need to tell me what materials were made for the 3 pigs' houses. Did you get all 3 of them? Can you guess all 3 of them? The last one, the wolf could not blow down.
There you go. Keep doing your hairs. You can do some white on the ears as well. Maybe a little bit up here. We'll get the eyes in soon. Don't worry. I know it's looking a bit strange right now. Do a couple going down here in the face. Maybe a little bit down here too. Start adding some of that white. I like to do a bit on the nose too.
Gives a bit of a glint on his snout.
Yeah, definitely around the nostrils.
So I think I've given you enough time now to see if you got those 3 houses that the lovely piglets made their homes from. Only one of them survived. Did you guess them? So the first one was made of straw.
Ah.
And the second one was made of sticks, and it didn't survive the huff and the puff of the wolf. But the third one, the wolf was unable to destroy. Why? Because it was made of bricks.
Woo!
Did you get all 3 of them?
We're safe in our home. Ours is made of bricks.
So no wolf is going to come in and huff and puff and blow us down.
So I added some to the ears, a little bit down here in the ears. Maybe a bit just above the top there where I did that little dark line. Some around the eyes.
Starting to get there.
It is. We just need to add some eyes and some nostrils so we can wake him up a bit.
Give him some more features. Give him some eyes. Let's make it happen.
Yep. Okay, let's do it. I might put a little bit more. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more pink if we need to in a bit. Let's wait for that bit to dry a little bit more. You can add it with the medium brush if you wanted to add a bit more white into the ears. Some bigger bits. But let's do the eyes. Let's paint them this really, really dark kind of brown black colour. We're going to paint the eyes and the nostrils and a little bit on the mouth as well. So let's get our medium brush.
Medium brush time.
Make sure it's washed. We're going to make a really dark brown. So we're going to take our brown, put our brown to the side. To make it darker, we're going to add a bit of black in there because we're going to want really dark blacky brown eyes. There we go. So take some black, put that black in there. Mix it, mix it, mix it. So it's very, very, very dark brown.
Yeah, that's very dark.
And you can use the medium brush, if you can, to do the nostrils. If it's too difficult with the medium brush, just move down to the small brush.
Oh, I like it. And pigs have a remarkable sense of smell. And this is what they use to locate truffles.
Oh.
Anyone's had truffles before? They are very, very tasty, but very, very expensive.
There we go. I have to stop talking when I concentrate.
She's in the focus face.
Mine have got a bit wonky. Might try and make them equal. And then you can do the eyes. Pick that circle there. Go down to your small brush if it's a bit too tricky.
Yeah, let's get to the details. Keep moving between brushes, whatever you need to use to make it easy for you to apply.
Okay, go around that circle that we did, remember, and then we want to do the V. That's where I hold my breath when you use a small brush. There we go.
Looks a bit scary right now,
It does.
but we're going to make it a bit more pleasant shortly.
Let's do the mouth with that colour too.
Yeah, because pigs are very peaceful animals, and they rarely show aggression.
Just paint that little bit here underneath. A tiny bit there if you want.
Oh, here comes a smile. Here comes a happy pig.
We have to make sure to do the little glint in the eye. A tiny bit of a smile up here. It does look strange right now, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
We'll do the glint in the eye in a minute when it's dried a little bit. In the meantime, we can do this lovely little stem. You've got your green. You can actually make a green lighter with a bit of yellow as well. Add a bit of yellow to your green, and you can do the stem with the small brush. Get a little bit of water in your paint if it's struggling. Add this green. Beautiful stem of the daisy.
This makes it look really cute, this one.
Da-da.
Just hanging out of its mouth there.
A bit more over the side.
I've got a classic dad joke now. This is classic.
Oh.
This is easy, actually.
Go on.
While you're doing this, have a little daisy. Let's see if I can get you thinking about this simple one. I say it's simple. I know the answer. Where do pigs keep their money? Simple.
I know this one.
You should know this. Where do pigs keep their money?
Shout it out at home. You can paint your flower any colour you want. I'm going to go with a little bit of yellow in the middle. Dab that in the middle there. Using the small brush still. Maybe tap a little bit of orange in there as well. Oh, maybe that's a bit too much. Bit of yellow and orange. Boom, boom, boom.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Did you know a litter of piglets is actually called a farrow? I didn't actually know that. And newborn piglets learn to run to their mother's voice and to recognise their own names.
Aww.
And the mother's pig sings to the young while nursing. Who knew that?
They're just like us.
They are just like us. They have a nice little voice. Actually, I say they got a nice voice. They have a bit of a squeal, actually, with their oink. You ever heard a pig squeal? It is not quiet. Apparently, it can reach really high levels. We're talking 110 to 115 decibels. That is ear-piercingly loud.
That is very loud.
But maybe their kids like that sing song. Maybe it's not as loud as that when they sing along to their little offspring.
Okay, so I'm painting the petals white. I can rectify any bits where I kind of painted over them in the background, over the petals. Paint over it now, neaten it up. Careful with the middle because it might smudge.
Yeah, you don't want that now.
It's still quite wet there. So I have to be careful when I go to the middle. If you're watching this back, you can always pause it and do your bit.
Take your time with this, little sippers. This is not a rush. I know we've got 90 minutes here to take you through from zero to Picasso. But take your time. Make sure you go away with something you're happy with, that you can place up on the wall and give yourself a reminder that you are creative. We always get people telling us, and they say, I'm not creative. But it's just about practice. And the more you practice, the better you get.
More progress to make. Okay, I think it's time to do a little glint in the eye.
Let's do the glint.
Just a tiny bit wet still, so you might need to wait for it to dry on your side. But what we want to do is we want to do these bits here. Tiny little reflection in the eyes, these tiny little circles, and then we can do
the delicate eyelashes. Yeah, I can see those eyelashes. They make a big, big difference.
So yeah, make sure it's dry. And place a little circle in each eye. Just near where the V is. Oh, that one's a bit too wet.
Still too wet.
Still a little bit too wet for me. I'll try. And then you want to do little eyelashes using your small brush and the white paint. And just do little flicks down. Remember how we did the lines when we did the drawing?
This will be a nice one on the wall. This will be a really nice one. And pigs actually symbolize in the Chinese zodiac. They represent fortune, honesty, and happiness.
Oh.
And it's one of the last 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac. And it's why not? Why not have this on your wall? Represent the good things. Good symbol.
I finally like to go in with the medium brush and just add a bit more pink in areas.
Just to brighten up a little bit.
Yeah, just to brighten it up a little bit. So you can add a bit of your rosé, or you can add a bit more of your red. And just add in a couple more areas. A bit more of that pink colour. Maybe a bit darker. It's very similar to the colour. A bit more red on there. Keep to that painterly style, like we did with the background. Bit more in here. Maybe you want to add a bit more red, pink to the bags.
I'm loving this layering effect. It does really look good. Or painterly effect, as we call it, as you said.
So it looks like it's painted. A little bit more on there. Snout here.
So I did throw this out before. I wanted to know a simple one. Where do pigs keep their money?
In
Picture,
the
tell me.
piggy bank.
In the piggy bank, of course. Did you get that? If you do, you do have a cheek sip. I'll have a little bit of your sip.
Have a sip.
Mm,
Very tasty.
very tasty. Have you got any sips left, sippers, or have you been sipping along?
You've been concentrating too much to sip. It's a speedy one.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We do it only in an hour and a half. We're nearly there now. A bit more maybe around the eye here. Add in more paintbrush here. Strokes. A bit more of the white if you need to. I'll do that going in. A bit more white underneath the eye maybe. I'd like to do a little bit of white on this shoulder. And there we go.
I like that. I do like that.
Maybe a bit more in here. And that is Piggy painting.
This is good. This is really, really good.
Put a bit of brown in the corner here. You want to make it even deeper and darker. Brown under there. I think we're done. What do you think, Naughty?
I think so. A little bit of brown in there.
What one last bit do we need to do?
There's always something. There's always something. And I think for this one, the only thing that is left is, can you see it? Sign it. This is when your masterpiece becomes your own. JP, for NorteyPitcher, she's pop it on the bottom left of her artwork. This is a perfect place for you to put yours too. Is it bottom right?
Bottom right.
Oh, look at that. Left and right. He's got it wrong. So put it on the bottom right of your artwork. Because I'm looking this way.
Yeah, you're looking at the mirrors.
I'm looking at the reverse. So put on the bottom right of your artwork. You're going to use white.
Yeah.
So it stands out a little bit. You can use any color you like, but make sure you sign it because this proves that it's your masterpiece and it could be worth millions of pounds in the future. Something you put in the piggy bank at the end.
Very good. Very quick. Da-da-da-da! And it's done.
I'm liking that.
Of course, you can keep going. You might want to add extra bits wherever you like. I think I'm done now. I say that and I'm like, oh, a bit more here.
There's always something extra that you can add. There's always something extra. And that's why sometimes you need to learn when to stop.
All right, Naughty. I think it's time to say goodbye.
I think
Finish up your sips. I'll finish up mine. And please don't forget to send us your work. So we can't see you right now, but we do like to see your work. So make sure you send us a little copy of your work. You can put it, I think Naughty's just put a little comment there down there. You can click on that and then you can share your work with us so we can see it just over there in our little review
Yes,
section.
we want to see your creation in large form. So send it to us. We've even got a Facebook page. So send it to us there too, the Art Sippers Kids Club.
And if you do share your work, you can win a little cheeky berry.
Oh,
so
very nice.
Make sure you click on that link to try and win that very nice berry.
Very, very nice.
All right, I think we're done for today. I hope you enjoyed painting your little piggy.
Yes, hopefully you've created a masterpiece that you're happy with. And we are going to hopefully see you very soon.
Yeah. Sip, sip.
Berry. Until next time.